cold temperatures, too, that we need to brace ourselves for. We've got Gail on with us.
Did you ever get those gloves for Christmas? Because Christmas is coming up.
Still not.
And winter is coming.
Still not.
And
winter
is coming. You're going to really feel it after this cold front leaves us. So we had a rainy pattern. We got some beneficial rain, and now we are catching remnants of that. But there's still some unstable air in the atmosphere, so you could run into a stray shower, even a stray thunderstorm, especially in the North Bay. Cloudy skies out there from the East Bay Hills. This is a satellite loop from the last 6 hours. Mainly the North Coast getting that rain and some Sierra snow. Right now, it looks like we see some wet roads on 101 in Santa Rosa, so across the North Bay for that commute, all the way from Ukiah down to heading towards San Rafael. You could run into some showers, and mostly dry around the Bay Area, but keep that jacket with the hood today because you could see some unsettled weather throughout the day. May come in waves, 50s throughout the morning, and we will be warming up to the low 60s for our daytime highs. Michael?
Thanks, Gail. The atmospheric river may hit Northern California this week, bringing heavy rain. That's according to the National Weather Service. Should the atmospheric river hit, they say parts of the North Bay would likely take the brunt of the rain. Cities in the area could be drenched with 10 inches of rain, while places like San Francisco and Oakland could get hit with 4 inches. Many residents might recall a few years ago when heavy rain and gusty winds swept through the Bay Area, causing flooding, power outages, and many more problems. Let's take a look at our forecast so we can see what to expect. This is a live look out at the Embarcadero. Of course, kind of the calm before the storm. We're going to have here, there she is, Kron 4's Gail Ong. Explain more what we can expect, Gail.
Yeah, you know, we are in a bit of a quiet pattern from now until the start of the week. And here is that system we're keeping an eye on just in the Gulf of Alaska, as you can see there. So we could see some impactful rainfall for the North Coast for sure, and parts of the North Bay, depending on where that system stalls. So still a little far out, but it is something we're keeping an eye on. But for now, we're watching out for some spotty showers around the Bay Area. It looks like we'll clear overnight. And Monday, you could run into a bit of some unsettled weather left over, but not a washout for your morning commutes. As you can see, we look mostly dry for the Monday, and then Tuesday looks like to be that transition day as that system is making its way towards the California coast. So you can see the cloudy skies and then that system right over there. So here are the projected rainfall totals. As you can see, north of the Bay Area, Santa Rosa expecting almost 2 inches of rain on Wednesday, but you know, these tend to back off here and there. So I would take this with a grain of salt at this point. But the main point is to be prepared for some heavy rain depending where you are and some possible damaging winds. So that's something we'll be keeping an eye on. So this is just Wednesday, but a lot of the activity I'm seeing is going to happen towards the end of the week into next weekend. We also have chilly temperatures, so we're going to start the week off cold. We have a freeze watch that could be a warning, but these are the overnight lows you'll be waking up to. Really cold temperatures, especially in the North Bay in the 30s. These are the highs. Very similar temperatures we've been experiencing all week with the low 60s, upper 50s for our daytime highs. But here is the 7-day forecast. Bit of some unsettled weather. Looks like the storm door is open for the week. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Back to you.
Thank you as always. Kron 4's Gail Ong joins us now with a look ahead. Gail, what is Sunday to bring for us?
You know, Sunday, another nice day on tap for the rest of your weekend. Some cloudy skies, but it's pretty crisp out there this evening. I don't think it will be as cold as it was this morning. It was pretty frigid, but we don't have a frost advisory in place at this time. A live look at SFO, a busy travel weekend, of course, starting tomorrow. You know, the end of Thanksgiving weekend. Let's take a look at SFO. No delays at this hour, but I did see some delays over at Newark Airport. At this time, it looks like all our major airports across the country are in good shape, but just make sure to check that connector flight. Out on the west, we have some quiet weather, but over on the east, you know, much of New York, the state of New York is under a state of an emergency due to a winter storm, some major lake effect snow, and the 49ers are in town. They are in Buffalo, so the heaviest snow looks like it should taper off right before the game starts tomorrow evening. And, you know, those folks out in upstate New York, I used to live in upstate New York. They are not new to the snow. Volunteers, they have volunteers that help shovel the stadium. So let's hope that game does happen. But yeah, some major weather out there on the east. And take a look at the temperatures, really cold temperatures. You know, 30s over in New York. That's actually how cold it was in the Bay Area a couple of mornings ago. But these are the tomorrow's highs there. So you can see like the highs are pretty chilly over at the East Coast. Back here, we are pretty quiet at the Bay Area, the Golden Gate Bridge, but we'll have some clouds coming through tomorrow and also some dense fog, especially over by the valley. So if you're going to be driving back to the Sacramento area or Fresno, just keep that in mind. You want to plan ahead. That radiation fog, we are keeping an eye on that. It forms over at the ground overnight. Air quality, we could see some poor to moderate air quality. So there was a spare the air alert, so no wood burning is allowed. Here is the long range model, and take a look. We have some quiet weather in stores, upper 60s for our daytime highs, and we'll be waking up to some low 40s and upper 40s across the Bay Area. Sarah.
Thank you, Gail. Tonight.